Hello everyone, my name is Lewis. I'm a reference librarian at the Belglade Branch Library, and this class is on bulk photo and document scanning. This project is funded under the provisions of the Library Services and Technology Act from the Institute Museum and Library Services. Florida's LSTA program is administered by the Department of State's Division of Library and Information Services. So today, I'm going to be showing you why you should scan your photos and your documents. We're going to show you some of the best practices in scanning, what ScanSnap is and how to prepare to scan its photos, or to scan photos, how to prepare settings before scanning, how to choose the folder to save your scanned images, how to rotate scanned images, troubleshooting scanning issues, and tips on how to organize, protect, and archive your images. Okay, I know it sounds like a lot. Don't let it intimidate you. It's going to be much easier than you think. This class is going to be much shorter than you think. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to share this particular screen right here. Here we go. Now, this is our ScanSnap scanner. This allows you to scan multiple images fairly quickly, either documents, you can scan business cards, receipts, as well as photos. And I'm going to show you some of the settings here that you can play with. So if I go to screen share desktop, there we go. Let's minimize that. Okay, so this is what the program looks like. Okay, and this is a photo that I scanned earlier, so I'm just going to go to File and move that to Trash because I don't really need it. Okay, so on the upper left-hand corner, the only thing you need to know about is that little scan button. When you click on that, another window will pop up just like so. And if I stop sharing the screen for just a moment and switch, this little screen that you're looking at is exactly the same screen that you will see on the actual program. There we go. Now, the settings that you need to know the most are these over here, the three on the left and this one on the right, as well as this circle with a little pencil on the upper right-hand corner. I'm going to show you what each one of those mean. So on the left-hand side, if you click on that, these are the settings in which you can have it automatically. Everything that you scan can be automatically determined, or you can make it everything color, black and white. So in this case, I'm going to do color. And then over here, the second little circle where it says change the scanning side, it'll give you the option between duplex and simplex. Duplex means it's going to scan both sides of the photo or the document that you're scanning. Simplex will be single-sided. Okay, now the third icon right over here down below, if you leave it on automatic, it'll save it on a good resolution size, something that you can share on social media, something that you should be able to email to yourself. But in this case, I'm scanning some old documents of the library, and we want it to have the best quality as possible. So the higher resolution that you make it, the larger the file is going to be. So if you're trying to scan it the best possible resolution on this particular item, you may not be able to email it. So it might be better to either save it on your desktop or maybe onto a USB drive. So I'm going to click on Excellent. All right, now on the right-hand side, it gives you three options over here. You can do normal scan, continuous scan, or manual scan. More often than not, you'll probably just leave it as normal scan. It scans all the documents that you put on the actual scanner at a time. You could do continuous scan where it just continues, literally just continues to scan, or you could do scan documents one by one. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it under normal scan. Don't worry about that too much. On the upper right-hand corner. So first, let me talk about these little tabs over here. Pretty self-explanatory. If you want to scan it to a folder, like say you want to scan it to a USB drive or your desktop, you would click on that. Second one is scan to email. Now keep in mind, you don't want to make the resolution too high if you're going to be scanning it straight to email. Now you have the option, what's really great about this particular program is that it can actually pull out information from different types of documents. So for example, if you're scanning to a business card, you can click on that tab, and when it scans it, it'll pull out the name, it'll pull out the phone number and the email address of the person. So that way you're just basically collecting contacts very quickly as it scans. You have receipts, and then some other options to choose from as well. Okay, so, but in this example, the only thing we're going to focus on is scanning to a folder. We want to go over here with this little pencil to make sure our default settings are exactly the way we want it. We don't want anything to be automatic. We want everything to be in color because they're photos. Simplex, again, means single-sided. Excellent means it's the highest possible resolution, the best quality available. And then JPEG. JPEG is it just means it's a picture file, whereas PDF means it's a document file. Okay, and then we're gonna hit save. All right, so I'm gonna stop share over here and I'm gonna switch back to our little scanner here. Now, as you can see, I have some photos here already. I'm just gonna scan the first one, just for the sake of example. This is a photo of the Belgrade Library, and all your photos are gonna go face down, like that. Okay, now you have the option to just go ahead and press the button that's right here on the screen, or just go ahead and hit scan right here on the computer. So as I do that, just scans it through. Share screen. Oop, oop. There we go. So what do we see here? So another window just came up, and you notice that it scanned the photo upside down. We're going to fix that in just a minute. And on the right-hand side, it says specify a title. Now, if I click over here where that series of numbers is, I can go ahead and hit delete, erase all that, and I'm just going to name this library. Okay. And then down below, it's asking you, where do you want to save it? Well, right now, I just want to save it at the desktop. But if you just happen to have a USB drive, or if you wanted to put it in a different folder, down below, you're going to click on that little button that says Browse. Okay, you can choose whatever folder over here on the left-hand side that you want to put it onto. If you had a USB, you would click on USB. But for now, I'm going to hit Cancel. And I'm going to hit Save. And I'm going to move this out of the way. Oh, there it is. There's our library. Now, if you recall, the photo was scanned upside down. So how do we fix that right away? Well, if you go ahead and double click on the image that we just saved on the desktop, on the MacBook Pro, it'll open up in Preview. And over here on the top of Preview, you have a little button over here that has a little arrow curving to the left. That's how you rotate the photos. There we go. So now everything's right side up. And if you want to save it, all you have to do is just exit out and it'll automatically save it. And you'll notice over here on the little thumbnail that it's now right side up. Okay, but what if I wanted to scan multiple photos at the same time? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop sharing screen here. And there we go. We have our little scanner over here. I'm going to take 1, 2, 3 photos all at the same time. Put them together, and we're going to put all of them face down. All right. And again, I can just go ahead and hit scan here and just be done with it. Or I can go to share screen. Oh, not that one. Yes, that's what I wanted to do, sorry. And just make sure that it says scan to folder. You know, the settings should not have changed, but if you're in doubt, you can come over here and check. Yep, it does say color. I'm gonna go to the second one, and simplex, remember that's gonna be single-sided. And let's go to the third one. What does that one say? That one says excellent. Yes, that's what we want. We want the highest quality resolution. And we're gonna hit scan. Yep, scanned it pretty quickly. And there we go. I'm gonna go back to share screen, back to the desktop so you can see what happened. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and hit save. Let me move this out of the way. There we go. There's our 3 images. Now, let's say you didn't save it under the ScanSnap program. What you can do is you can go ahead below the image itself, click 1 time, and then give it a second, click 1 more time. You see how all the numbers are highlighted in blue? Now it's ready for you to type whatever you want. So these are people. So I'm going to say library patrons. Okay, that's what we're going to name that one. We're going to go to the second one. And if you can't see what that is, just double click on it. There we go. Let's rotate that. Okay, and then exit out. So we're going to name this one Oops, try again. Click in there twice. Library, we'll say family. Why not? Let me double click on this one because I noticed it's upside down. Again, at the very top, let me drag this down a little bit. There we go. We're going to rotate this image, and when we exit out, it saves it automatically. There we go. And the last one, we're going to name this Bell Blade Library. Great. Now, in terms of organizing all the photos that you've scanned or all the documents that you've scanned, I would recommend, go, put this out of the way here. There we go. I would recommend creating a folder. Okay, so what you would do over here under Finder, you would go to File and New Folder. Okay, we're going to name this EG Library. Go, and I'm going to click off to the side here. Keep my finger down the left button. I'm going to drag across all 4 photos. And I'm going to drag it. Hopefully it'll cooperate. There we go. Drag it into that folder. Pow. How do I know it's in there? I'm going to go ahead and double click on that. And there they are. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Good. So now we have it organized. Now, what's great about this is that, okay, yes, you have it saved on your desktop, but we usually, recommend that you save it in more than one location. So if you have another USB drive, or maybe you have like a large external hard drive, those have like 2 terabytes of information, depending on what size you get. And that can hold like entire movies if you wanted to. So you maybe save a copy there. Maybe send some of the photos to your email. So that way, if for whatever reason you lose your USB or your external hard drive gets stolen, at least you have another backup copy either on the cloud or in your email. All right, so keep that in mind. Okay, let me see if there was anything that I missed. All right, let me go back to SnapScan. I'm gonna go ahead and share the screen again on the desktop. Okay, so let me hit scan one more time. And let's say we go to ScanSnap Home and we save our images on ScanSnap itself, and it'll create its own folder on the computer itself. So let me grab one image, and I'm gonna put that face down, and we're gonna go ahead and hit scan. All right, and there it is. It appears right over here. Now, thankfully, everything's scanned perfectly. How do I know? Because everything is right side up. It's not upside down. And on the right-hand side, you'll notice this little icon looks like a picture image. If I click on that, it's a drop-down menu. So if at any time, let's say you didn't change the settings, you didn't change the default settings, and it automatically saves it as a document, all you have to do is go ahead and click on the little drop-down menu and click on Photos, and it'll convert it for you, which is a really nice feature. And if for whatever reason you're having any trouble with that, and this goes back with troubleshooting, you can go ahead, let's say you need to delete this because it's just not cooperating for whatever reason. You're going to click on it one time. Over here, you're going to go to File, and you're going to hit Move to Trash. Okay, but if it is cooperating, and you just need to do that one little change in the setting, just go ahead and change it to whatever format you prefer. Okay, now if you notice, the name of this photo is a string of numbers. I don't want that. So let's go ahead and name this Library Family. So if I click on that little box right now, you notice all the numbers are highlighted in blue. I'm gonna type in Library Family. Wow. Well, let's give it a year. I'm just gonna guess and say this was 2005. I have no idea, but let's pretend like we know. And in order to save that, you're just gonna click away anywhere over here on the empty space. Boom, and there it is. So it's right side up, it's saved as a picture file, and you renamed it. Okay, another thing you can do in terms of organizing and finding this information a little bit faster, on the very bottom right-hand corner, you'll notice the option to add tags. So if I click on that little plus sign, for example, it says add a tag. So this is a library, so that'll be one tag. And then I'll press enter. And then what libraries? I'll say Bell Blade. Hit enter. And it's a family, so I'll type in family. So if I ever want to find photos that have families or photos that are in the Bell Blade library or just in a library in general, all I have to do is type in a search, and it'll find me all the photos that are related to those tags that are right there. Okay, on the right-hand side, it tells me the size of the file. what type of file, so it's a JPEG, it's not a picture file, when it was scanned, the title that I gave it, and the destination where it's located, okay? And that is pretty much it. Let me see if I missed anything. We showed you how to rotate images, how to scan, how to rename them, how to add tags, a few troubleshooting features. And like I said, this is a short class. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, you're welcome to call me here at the Belglade Library. Again, my name is Lewis. I'm a librarian here at the Belglade location. If you don't have the handout, if for whatever reason you weren't able to get it from our Eventtree website platform, let me know. I'll be happy to email a copy of that for you. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this was helpful to you, and I hope to see you in the next class. Have a good one. Bye-bye.